Hello some traders, welcome back to Forex Gym. My name is George and this is daily Forex analysis for 18th of March 2020. In this video I'm going to be analyzing Euro against US dollar, New Zealand against US dollar, British pounds against Japanese yen, and lastly we're going to have US dollar against Swiss franc. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing. I'm making daily and weekly Forex analysis as well as videos about the knowledge you need to be a better trader. We begin with the euro against US dollar, starting off with the daily chart. We see that yesterday we had this nice rundown and the price closed nice, bearish, looking strong. The price came down and tested this low where the monthly pivot is at the moment. It tested. We also have these weekly lows, same area at about these lows. If we go to the weekly time frame, we can see this low down here. So we got the price came down and tested this, and we can see now it's retracing a bit up. We can see that the price is going higher for now, but it is just a retracement. Also, the price had it's been in this bit tight range for the only couple of days. So the price came down, found the support, and went up, down, and it just played around a bit before yesterday. It just broken this horizontal line down here, and then we can see now it is retracing back up. For the entries, what I'm looking at right now is this daily pivot as of the first attempt. However, it is not very strong, and the price might easily break this daily pivot. And as of for the second entry, or the second attempt, will be where this lower horizontal line is at the moment. Reason why is because we have a lot of price action. We've got this high, a low, high. There's a lot of price action going on, so that will be a good area for entry. Will be stronger than the daily pivot up there, but we can see that because we had all these strong moves for the last week and for this lately, that the price can come up and found the resistance here and then just continue collapse down. So there is a possibility of that. And as of the targets and stop losses, for the target will be down to this low where we got this daily low down here, which as of the levels stand for will be about 10800. So it is quite far away, around 200 pips. And for the stop losses, we aim for about 25 pip stop loss. For the first one will be up here, and then 25 pip will be just below this horizontal line. So if the price decides to come up here, it will be a stop out. But then if you're willing to take another trade, then will be another 25. Let's just reanalyze, make sure it's right. So let's call it 110.80 would be 105. Yeah, 25 to 30 pips will be good on this one. And if you get it right, there will be good risk reward. That's why I'm willing to take a loss. If let's say if I get in here and stop is here, the price comes up and I get stopped out, so there will be just a small loss. And when I take another trade and that one works out, and if it gets to the target, the range of the risk reward is gonna be brilliant. It will be nearly 1 to 10. I can't really don't know the exact, by around 1 to 10, maybe even more. I do take trades like that. For my last week's trades, it was 1 to 14.5 risk reward, which is very good. So you take the maybe 1 or even 2 or 3 losses, does not really matter, even 5 or 6. And when you get the trade like that, where your risk reward is very high, you make it. The trade makes up all the losses you had previously. It's just that mental strength you need to cope with, that you having this 1, 2, and 3 losses in a row. Is not very easy to look at your balance and see that your balance is gradually just decreasing. But when you have that winner, then your bond's gonna spike higher. We continue with the New Zealand dollar against US dollar, and this is similar to the euro dollar pair, and we can see that yesterday has this runs out to the short side, and if we go to the monthly charts, the price just marginally took out this spike low down here, just marginally, but I do not see any major reaction on that. Normally when the price comes down and takes out major low or high on a higher time frame, the price has the reaction towards opposite direction, which I do not see. It has just a bit of a reaction. We can see this small candle. Of course, the day hasn't just started, but normally when it does that and the price takes out the major high or low, it has like major reaction towards opposite direction, but I don't see any of that, which means there's a lot of still a lot of sellers towards short side. There's a lot of orders, and I do think that it's gonna have a follow through towards short side. Let's go to the shorter time frames. Let's drill down to the an hourly charts. For this one will be a single entry as of just one possibility for the entry, and if the price goes further than that, then I would gonna wait for the reanalyze and wait for other opportunity. For this one, I'm waiting for the price to come up where this daily pivot is, and possibly even take out, price might want to take out these spike highs up to this high at 1 hourly chart. So we'll be around, we're looking, let's have a peep for the stop losses. So 0.5985, and for the stop loss would be about 30 pips. 30 pips, so we'll be above these highs here. So for the pip range, we're looking about 30 pips, and for the target would be far away. I'll be targeting for the very least to, okay, has not taken out this low yet. The price has not taken out, got very close, but has not really taken out this low. So I'll be looking to hold the position. In this case, we're going to be targeting the so monthly S1s are out, so quite possibly will be this weekly pivots. So the S1 will be a bit too close. You can target this as a weekly S1 for the pip range. Let's see what's the risk reward on that. So 59.85 and down to 59. It's about 100 pips on it. The risk reward is gonna be more than 1 to 3, so that's a good risk reward. Or you can hold it and let it ride down to the weekly S2. And next currency, we've got British pounds against Japanese yen. Starting with the daily chart, and the pound is still looking very weak. I definitely see the potential for this currency to go down to this weekly lows, which stands about 12700. We got these where these lows are down here, so there's still good potential for another about 250 to 300 pips. There's a good range. So for the entries and exits and the stop losses, I'm looking for this one. Hopefully it will push a bit higher, but for now, where it stands right now, I don't think it will. Maybe if the price comes down these lows or takes out these lows, it might push up. So that's what would be, I would getting a short side around these highs here, about these highs. I do think if it's gonna push that high, so it will break this 1 hourly high there. So the zone is around 130. Let's look at the 4 hourly chart first. Will be around 130.60 area, 130.60 zone, and it comes with about this cluster of highs, this price action up here. So for the entry will be that 130.60, and for the stop loss you will be looking around 60 to 70 pips, or 80, 60 to 70 for the minimum. but then our target will be down to this weekly lows, which is at 12700. So it still gives a good risk reward around 1 to 4, even having this big stop loss, but because this currency moves a lot, it can cover a lot of ground. Just in a normal market conditions, it can move around 300 pips a day, but because we have this volatility, it can cover a lot more ground on this type of volatility as we have now. And lastly, we have US dollar against Swiss franc, and we're starting with the daily chart. And what it looks like when you look at this chart, that the price bottomed out and then it started to go higher, possibly a trend reversal even, you might be thinking, but this is a retracement of the bigger trend. If we look at the higher time frames, we see that clearly, and now the price is in the position that it can continue either to the trend size, which is in a short side, or break and grow higher. If it wants to go higher, I do want to see a bit more confirmation on the higher time frames as of the weekly charts. If price closes nicely bullish, then I will be more inclined to the towards a long side, especially if it goes higher and closes above this this candle here. So if it closes about here and shows bullish strength, then I'll be looking to go long. However, if it's a short side and continues towards trend direction, I do want to see for this price to break, go down to around down to this level. So if it breaks this daily pivot and continues falling a bit and shows more bearish strength, then I would be looking for the short side and continuation of the trend. So for now, I'm looking at, as of the short side are concerned, the price to come down around here and then have a little retracement down up to these highs here. So that's why I'm waiting, but it probably not going to happen for the next couple of hours if the price wants to do that. So we'll be looking another next maybe 2 to 3 hours, or even a bit more, maybe in the afternoon or evening time. So that's why I'm waiting for the, it's a bit difficult to say. Let's see if I can anticipate for the stop loss. So let's say the price comes down here and closes at 95, around 95.15. Let's say down to this, you might have a reaction, or down to this low and daily S. So let's say that the price came down to this daily S1 and then it has a retracement to these highs here, and that will be about 95.50 area. And if we go to the 95.50, you would be looking about 30 pips for this one, 30 pip stop. And for the targets, we can use it, say daily or 4 hour. Let's use the 4 hourly chart. For the target, you can use it down to this 94.30 zone, which will be a good, so we're gonna make good risk reward on that as of the first target. And if you wanna hold it, then you can hold it down to the daily lows. Thank you guys for watching. This was daily forex analysis for 18th of March 2020. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with your friends, and make sure to subscribe. I'm making daily and weekly forex analysis, as well as videos about the knowledge you need to be a better trader. I will see you guys in the next video.